Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire, while others struggle to make progress? What if the secret isn't about the what but the how? Today, we're diving deep into the power of emotions, vibrations, and the law of attraction. This isn't about manifesting cars, dream bodies, or perfect relationships. It's about understanding the emotional rewards behind your desires and how you can access them right now, without waiting for the physical manifestation. Let's explore how shifting your focus can transform your life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to align with your desires and manifest the life you truly want. So, let's get started. The emotional reward behind manifestation. We're not discussing the grand challenges of manifesting a car, an empire, a best-selling book, the perfect relationship, your dream body, or recovering from a physical issue. Instead, we're focusing on your ability to manifest the emotions you'll experience once those things are realized. You don't have to wait for the physical manifestation to feel those emotions, because, ultimately, that's why you're pursuing these goals in the first place. That's our main point. Did you catch it? Will you admit that the emotional reward is what you're truly after? And do you believe you can access those emotions even before the manifestation occurs? That's the key question. If you believe it, you're already on the right path. If you think you need the manifestation first to feel good, you're slowing everything down. You've got it backward. Manifestation always follows your vibration, and vibration is about focus. Let's break this down further. When you think about your desires, whether it's a new car, a dream home, or a perfect relationship, what's the common thread? It's not the object itself, it's how you believe it will make you feel. The car represents freedom, the home symbolizes security, and the relationship brings love and connection. But here's the truth. You don't need the physical object to feel those emotions. You can access them right now by aligning your thoughts and vibrations with the feelings you desire. This is the essence of the law of attraction. It's not about waiting for the external world to change, it's about changing your internal world first. Think about it, if you can feel the joy, freedom, or love now, you're already in alignment with what you want. The manifestation is just the physical reflection of that alignment. So, the big question is, can you believe in the emotional reward before the physical reward? If you can, you're home free. If you can't, you're slowing down the process. The key is to understand that your emotions are the driving force behind all manifestations. Setting emotional goals. If we can convince you to make a decision, if someone asked, "What are your life goals?" and you replied, "My goal is to feel happy as often as possible," we'd say, "You've got it figured out." But if your goals are tied to specific outcomes, like achieving a degree, reaching a certain financial status, or having a particular relationship by age 30, you're missing the point. You're focusing on the manifestations rather than the emotions they'll bring, and that slows everything down. If you set emotional goals instead, if you decide that how you feel is what truly matters, everything speeds up. Let's explore this idea further. When you set goals based on external achievements, you're essentially saying, "I'll be happy when I achieve X." But what happens if you don't achieve X? Or what if it takes longer than expected? You're left feeling frustrated, stuck, and disconnected from your desires. On the other hand, when you set emotional goals, like feeling joy, peace, or gratitude, you're taking control of your happiness right now. You're no longer dependent on external circumstances to dictate how you feel. This shift in focus is incredibly powerful. Instead of chasing after specific outcomes, you're aligning yourself with the emotions you want to experience. And when you do that, the universe responds by bringing you the people, opportunities, and circumstances that match your vibration. It's like flipping a switch. Instead of waiting for the light to turn on, you become the light. So, the next time you set a goal, ask yourself, how do I want to feel? Make that feeling your primary focus, and watch how quickly things start to fall into place. Shifting your focus. So, when you're thinking thoughts that don't feel good, stop. Or, if you're stuck in a negative thought pattern, try to find a better feeling thought. It's not always easy, because once you've established a frequency, the law of attraction responds to it. If you don't like the current frequency, it's hard to shift. The law of attraction doesn't discriminate, it simply mirrors what you're putting out. So, if you want to take control of your vibrational frequency, there are two things you can do. First, appreciate whenever you can. Sometimes appreciation comes naturally, and other times it doesn't. When it doesn't, don't force it. Forcing appreciation when you're not in the right mindset can backfire. Reminding you of how far you are from your desires, let's dive deeper into this. Your thoughts create your reality, and your emotions are the feedback mechanism that tells you whether you're on the right track. When you're thinking thoughts that feel good, you're in alignment with your desires. When you're thinking thoughts that feel bad, you're out of alignment. The challenge is that it's easy to get stuck in a negative thought loop, especially when life throws challenges your way, but here's the good news, you have the power to shift your focus at any moment. It doesn't have to be a dramatic shift, just a small step toward a better feeling thought. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you might shift your focus to something simple, like appreciating the beauty of nature or the comfort of your home. These small shifts can have a big impact over time. The key is to be gentle with yourself. If you try to force positivity when you're feeling low, it can backfire. Instead, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, and then gently guide your thoughts towards something that feels a little better. Over time, these small shifts will add up, and you'll find yourself spending more time in alignment with your desires. Getting general when specifics hurt. Second, if appreciation feels out of reach, try to get more general in your thinking. If you're stuck on a specific problem, like I don't have enough money, it can spiral into worse thoughts, like worrying about losing your home or not being able to afford food. The more specific you get about what you don't want, the worse you feel. Instead, try to think more generally. From a general sense of what you don't want, you can start to identify what you do want. But if you're too specific about the problem, it's harder to find the solution. Let's explore this concept further. When you're focused on a specific problem, your mind tends to magnify it. For example, if you're worried about money, your thoughts might spiral into worst-case scenarios, like losing your job or going into debt. These thoughts create a negative vibration that attracts more of the same, but when you shift to a more general perspective, you create space for new possibilities. Instead of thinking, I don't have enough money, you might think, I want to feel secure and abundant. This shift in focus allows you to tap into a higher vibration, which opens the door for solutions to flow in. The key is to avoid getting stuck in the details of the problem. When you're too specific about what you don't want, you're essentially telling the universe, this is what I'm focused on. So give me more of it. But when you get general, you're saying, I'm open to new possibilities. This openness is what allows the universe to work in your favor. Aligning with your vortex. When you focus on what you don't want, you're activating a vibration that's opposite of what you desire. This makes it harder to align with what you truly want. So, if you can't appreciate, get general. When you're general, you can start to feel better, and from there, you can begin to align with what you do want. Remember, when you know what you don't want, you've already launched the desire for what you do want into your vortex. The source within you has become a vibrational match to it. The question is, can you tune into that frequency? Can you shift your focus from what you don't want to what you do want? That's the key to creation. let's take this a step further. Your vortex is like a vibrational blueprint of your desires. Every time you think about what you don't want, you're simultaneously creating a desire for what you do want. For example, if you're unhappy in your current job, your desire for a better job is already in your vortex. The challenge is tuning into that desire and aligning your vibration with it. This is where emotions come in. Your emotions are your guide to whether you're in alignment with your vortex or not. When you feel good, you're in alignment. When you feel bad, you're out of alignment. The key is to use your emotions as a compass, guiding you toward thoughts and actions that feel better. Over time, as you practice aligning with your vortex, you'll find that your desires start to manifest more easily. This is because you're no longer resisting them, you're allowing them to flow into your reality. The power of non-resistant thought. It's about moving your average focus throughout the day into alignment with who you really are and what you truly want. Sometimes, it's easy to get caught up in what's real, what you can see, hear, and touch. But what's real right now is often past tense. What's in your vortex, the pre-manifested reality, is where the magic happens. If we can convince you that you are source energy, that your desires create expansion, and that your emotions are your guide, then you'll start to see the power of aligning with your vortex. The more you practice non-resistant, allowing thoughts, the easier it becomes to stay in alignment. Over time, you'll naturally spend more time in the vortex. And the things you want will begin to manifest. Let's break this down even further. Non-resistant thought is about letting go of the need to control every detail of your life. It's about trusting that the universe has your back and that your desires are already on their way to you. When you practice non-resistant thought, you're essentially saying, I trust that everything is working out for me, even if I can't see it yet. This trust is what allows you to stay in alignment with your vortex. Instead of worrying about how or when your desires will manifest, you focus on feeling good and staying open to possibilities. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, and you'll find that your desires manifest more easily and effortlessly. So, here's the takeaway: your emotions are your compass. They tell you whether you're aligned with your desires or resisting them. The more you focus on feeling good, the faster you'll attract what you want. Remember, manifestation isn't about waiting for the physical proof, it's about tuning into the emotions of having it now. Start small, get general when you need to, and trust that your vortex is already working in your favor. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Until next time, keep vibrating high and manifesting your best life.